So, my dear Scorpio, the sun, which is a dwarf star up in the sky, giving us the light, giving us the power to shine and to grow, right? This, like, my personality can grow, is in Aquarius. And Aquarius, of course, is the star. And in that stardom, we need to stay simple. And Aquarius is the one that brings us now through Pluto in Aquarius, which rules you, right? My dear Scorpio, is giving you now a very important time, the next 20 years, right? Because you are feeling this. You are feeling you want to get out there. And so this is the sun in Aquarius right now, which is giving the light to the moon today. And the moon is the subconscious. The moon is your feeling that you get so that you understand, oh, that's why I want to evolve up, right, out of the water. And the moon is now, of course, in your sign. And so we understand that there is a transformation coming to you through Aquarius. Aquarius is the water bearer. So he collects the water that you are, the deep waters, right? Scorpio, the king of cups, who is in the middle of the oceans, in the deepest waters. And so you are going to feel now that you've been pulled out of the deep waters up into the sky. And we're gonna see, of course, what the message is. Remember, Aquarius is ruled by Neptune, and Neptune always is, of course, the new beginnings, the fool, that crazy idea. Do it. Now is the time, right? In the next 20 years, that idea will mark, right, the people. And of course, you are ruled by Pluto, and Pluto, of course, is the mystic, is the secrets, and you understand that it's the new zeitgeist, it's the new aeon, and as such, you are gonna really be like reborn, right, through the fact that Aquarius is pulling you out of the waters. The yoga position for Aquarius is here, stretching yourself away out of Santolanasana, side plank, having one leg and one arm up and the other leg and the other arm down on earth. And for you, always Scorpio pose, right, Vrikshasana, making the effort to put your feet above your head and to understand that that's where the transformation is. You are here in Hermann Handel's deck that I gave you, the figure Odin, and Odin was hanging on the world tree and is pointing at the rune alphabet. And so you are a very mysterious figure, and as such you are the mystic, right? And the mystic is always the one that goes the deepest. You are the 8th zodiac sign, and as such also connected to the 8th house of transformation and secrets. So understand that secrets can always sneak up on you, right? Then back to the last reading where we had Capricorn Sun giving Scorpio Moon the light. I use the moon as this deep subconscious medium for me to bring you the information. If you do have the moon in Scorpio, of course, great, but it doesn't have to be, right? Just that you understand. Use the fire of creativity to make your ideas a reality. And so I see that you have 2 cards reoccurring, and as such we can begin the reading, right? So we always begin with the court card, and the court card Odin is getting the 8 of Swords, which is Jupiter in Gemini. So here comes an 8-8 portal. Now if I put him up there, right, you see that he's pointing to the rune alphabet, but also here to the fact that we sometimes create our own prison, mental prison, right? This structure is making this tree not grow where it wants to be. There is no freedom in this 8, right? There is a structure that needs to be maintained, and as such you need to look at it, because this is an 8-8 portal and he's pointing at it. So observe how you think, observe where are those thoughts coming from, and liberate yourself from. What is the Mother Peace Tarot saying? The daughter of discs is coming to the right. And the daughters of discs are the young generation, the earth generation, Taurus and Virgo and Capricorn. Now this could point to Capricorn's reading back then, Capricorn Sun, right, which gave you, use the fire of creativity to make your ideas a reality. Now this structure could be that you want to force this upon the young generation. Taurus is opposite you. He's going to give you the light for your full moon. Where are you going? That's why we're reading to the right. To the right we go to our opposite sign. To the left we go within to the new moon. And so the 8 and the 3s and 11, use your inner intelligence to understand that you cannot force anything onto the young generation. The young generation is the one that brings the new ideas, brings the new lifestyle. And sometimes when we are in this kind of pattern, we don't want this kind of freedom. It's almost too much, right? We're like, no, we need to cut and we need to structure. And so observe if you are doing that to a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, right? But in general, if you do it to the young generation. So you have here the 8 and the 11. The 11th of August or the 8th of November could be a date here. Watch and observe how that makes you feel, and see what you want to take and what you don't want to take from this position. Then comes you, right? The soul aspect of you. You're getting the 8 of Wands. And the 8 of Wands is Mercury in Sagittarius. And so the 8 swords and the 8 wands again creates an 8-8 portal. Now you have 3 times the 8 with you, of course, right? But understand that this is the action that you can take to liberate yourself from this mental prison that you create, right? Now it could be that there is, of course, a Gemini that is pushing you to that level, and then you gotta just see how you work with that, because it's Jupiter in Gemini, and Gemini can be kind of like this, right? Can push you to be like this. But I'm always coming from your perspective, because we cannot put the finger to someone else. Well, he made me do it. No, you need to figure out the empowerment within you to liberate yourself from. So here we have the 13. The 13 turns into a 4. The 4 and the 8 is the 12. That's the Hanged Man. That's letting go. That's hanging upside down. And hanging upside down is doing you good, because there is a deep liberation coming then to you. What is Aquarius saying? It's bringing you the King of Cups. It's bringing you. And so you see, you want to be free. You want to be in your heart, sailing away on this big ocean of all of your emotions. But deep in your guts, there is this shark, and there are these feelings that come up. And so here, Mercury in Sagittarius, things can happen really fast, where you are facing your own borders, right, and lessons, because Mercury is the messenger. And of course Mercury in Sagittarius is the one that wants to be free. He's crazy, he's out there, and sometimes you may get here a moment where these things can push you. So here we have again an 8, so now you have 4 times the 8. 4 is the heart chakra. And so here the 8, 8, and the 4. Amazing, right? So you really have now with you 4 times the 8. And 4 times have the heart, right, checked always before you check this. But also listen to this, but also know that you need to bring yourself into a liberty, a deep liberty. Without it, otherwise you're gonna get stuck. What is, of course, your King of Cups saying? He's bringing you the Sun of Swords, and that's Gemini. So there is a Gemini, right, that is maybe putting his thoughts into you and creates something, right, in you. And so observe, right? Here he is, of course, Osiris, right? And Osiris is the Egyptian god, where you see the right and the left eye, and you see how he's standing here. And it's a very beautiful card, where you see that you create a balance deep within you. Now understand, this is the 3rd zodiac sign. 8 and 3 is the 11. Again, have the intellectual intelligence, right? Have that inner wisdom coming through to you to give you in the 11 portal the answer. What is Gemini saying? He's bringing you the 9 of Pentacles, Venus in Virgo. And the 9 of Pentacles came last time up. And that's a liberty. So maybe you want to be free from him or her. I don't know, right? Because she is single and there is something going on. So the 3 and the 9 is the 12. Again, the Hanged Man, Neptune. And in Neptune, you're gonna let go, right? You're gonna hang upside down. So you have the 8, 8, and here the 3 and the 9, the 12. The 3 is left. That's Venus. Venus is gonna help you to create this liberty, to create the path out to your freedom. Venus in Virgo. And of course here we had Virgo as a young generation, so maybe you are putting this constraint also on a Virgo, but Virgo wants to be free, right? You cannot tell Virgo what to do. So watch, right, how this all is making you feel. Good. So then, of course, I'm going to take this again. I want to see what is the Mother Piece Tarot bringing, and it's the 10 of Pentacles, which is Mercury in Virgo. And it's upright, and there is a family connection here where there is a lot of money involved, right? And so we have the 8, 8 and the 10. The 10 and the 3 is the 13. There is a transformation coming to you. You feel in your guts this is something you don't maybe want, but here in your heart, you know, you need to create this freedom. And you need to see that also the 10 and the 8. The 10 and the 8 is the 18, and that's your subconscious. That's the moon bringing you now these feelings, right? And you see that the 13 again turns into a 4. So find a certain stability in all of this transformation that is here happening. And this is what the soul is telling you. Now we go and look at here the aeon, right? The new zeitgeist. And what you're getting is the gathering, the channel, the gathering, the number 74. And the 74 here, through Pluto, you see that the family is coming here together. Here we have 10 people and a woman gives birth, and we see altogether 13 people in here. So the 13 is significant for you, right? And so here the 74 creates an 11, and I'm gonna read it to you. Like stitching that pulls and draws, the gathering folds of fabric weave people together in kindredhood. A meeting, a greeting, a seat at a table where communities work out how to live harmoniously, how to support all folk, to house, to clothe, to feed each other with compassion and love, join together to make a world where nobody hurts, falls down, or is forgotten, but is instead helped back onto their feet to thrive, together. Oh my God, how beautiful is this? This is the new zeitgeist, and this is Aquarius. Aquarius is not only the new technology, it's also the new communities that are now coming together. And so the 11 is here, right? And the 20. So this could be the 31, which is then again a 4. But I leave the 11. The 11 is a portal. So I want to see what is coming from your deck, and you get the Wheel of Fortune. So it is your fortune to know that you have the gathering and that you need to create something special here. Because then you have 3 times the 1, the 10, right? With the 0, that's here the Fool. That foolish idea of a community that is coming together, of a community that has enough money to create their own lifestyle, to come out of this constriction of Jupiter in Gemini, and Gemini is here, communicate in a way that everybody can be free, everybody can be Venus in Virgo, but also Mercury in Virgo, where we have enough money. Altogether we have here 19 discs, and 19 discs is then of course the sun that is saying, well, yes, the sun in Aquarius is bringing the idea or the dreams of creating a gathering of such like-minded people, and this is your destiny, right? So the 20 and the 10 is the 30, and the 30 is again the 30th of November. Maybe that's when you felt it, because on the 19th of November Pluto went into Aquarius and you felt really clearly, now I need to change something. And I think you did. What is the Wheel of Fortune saying? It's bringing you the butterfly garden. Look at that. How beautiful is this? The 48. And so in and on your head you find the liberty now of the butterfly, the liberation here through the gathering. The 48 turns into the 12. The 12 again, the Hanged Man. Out of there comes the 3. The 3 and the 10, the 13. There is a big transformation. It's so beautiful, right? The 13th of November also as a date. So observe that and watch that and see that here comes a really important message from Pluto. Pluto, which is of course the mystic and also the shadow side, but he is teaching you something. He is bringing you Aquarius, and now the sun in Aquarius, so it's very strong. And so listen, right, to the message. So the 13 and the 3 is the 4 and the 11, right? The 4 and the 20, the 6. The 6 is self-love. Love yourself so much that you can really create this kind of gathering. Now, what is, of course, the Mother Peace Tarot bringing? Is bringing you the Daughter of Wands to the right. And the Daughter of Wands are all fire signs and came last time as well. And so now you see that you have this freedom and the Daughter of Wands, which is pointing to the right. And so she is pointing to the gathering, and this is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. You have Mercury in Sagittarius, right? So there is a Sagittarius energy coming really strongly at you, and it's pointing to you, right? Remember, the 8 of Wands is pointing to you. Things are going to happen really fast, where you are dreaming yourself into a whole new way of communication. A communication that brings material freedom, but in general we're working on freeing ourselves, but also in the community. And so you see that she's pointing at the gathering. So we have the 3 zodiac signs, right? Again, the 10 and the 3 is a 13, the transformation. Remember, you are here, Scorpio, the one that creates this most amazing position. I do it, and it's so empowering, right? So again, the 4 and the 2, again a 6. The 6, the self-love, right? And here we had here, of course, the 12 and the 3 again with the 10, the 13, the 4. So the 4 and the 3 is the 7 have the emotional intelligence. Be so intelligent in your emotions that come to you, because when we calculate here the 3 and the 10, the 13 is a 4, the 4 and this 3 is the 7 and the 2 from here is the 9, right? So this is the 9/11 or 11/9 as a date. So see the freedom, right? Understand that we all want to be free. No one wants to be pushed into a situation that doesn't feel ready. And so understand that, and the young generation is gonna show it to you. And in that lies the beauty, right? So you have a 3/3 here with the earth signs and with the fire signs. The 33 is mastery, and the young people are bringing you the mastery to you, right? And as such, you are seeing now the result, right? And so understand that here comes a 10-10 portal, right? The 10 of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. Understand that's a new cycle that is wanting to come to you. And understand that you had the 33, you had 1, 2, 3, 4 times the 8, right? And you have here the 11. And the 11, again, understand that you can create things in a way that it's liberating, because you have here 11 as well, an 11-11 portal. Again, see the opportunity that you find within you, the intelligence to create what it is that you want to create. Actually, you have 3 times the 3 here, Gemini. Communicate through Gemini lovingly with the earth signs and with the fire signs, and create with them a connection, right? 3 times the 3, that's empowering yourself in the way you are seeing how life can be lived, and see the freedom here on your head or in your head, flying off into the world. So I hope I see you in the next reading. That's when we get the sun in Pisces. Pisces didn't come up, right? No water sign came up. And so no feelings, only mind and action and money. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.